peace and high frequencies, everybody. Blackfoot Wish, the Dream Oracle, is here, and I'm not here to share a dream, but I'm here to talk to you about practicing your magic. Practicing your magic. I just left out of Memphis Conjure. Like I told you all before in my last video, it is located here in Memphis, Tennessee, on Summer Avenue, in Bartlett, Tennessee. It's right on, right in one of the suburb areas of Memphis. It's still all Memphis, y'all. But I just bought up a lot of things. I may do an unboxing later. But I just wanted to share with you because it's a black-owned conjure woman lineage. I've shared with you all before. She has a website. She's on Instagram. If you live out of town and you want to support a black conjure root worker, that botanica that has herbs, candles, all your essential tools that you need to do your work, your magical work, then definitely go to Memphis Conjure. I think it's memphisconjure.com. Not sure what the website is, but if you type in Memphis Conjure, it'll come up. And Miss Lisa will definitely be able to ship. They've been shipping and selling online for years, and they now have a storefront here in Memphis, Tennessee. But talking about practicing your magic, as we go through life, and we know we live in this cyclical world, a lot of people like to talk about the rituals that are being done. They talked about the Rihanna ritual that was being done. They talked about the Super Bowl ritual that's being done, the Grammys ritual that's being done. We always talk about the rituals that they do. Let's talk about the rituals that you do. What are the rituals that you're doing? What are you doing? How are you practicing your magic? All right. So not putting any energy. What we have to get to start doing is not giving that attention and energy to what they do. We have to put attention and energy into our magic. What does our magic look like? Now, when I talk about your magic, I'm not talking about any type of spell work or fixed candle that you get from somebody else. This is the innate divine essence energy that dwells within you. When you get into a state of silence and peace, then the directions and instructions of what you are to do at a specific time will be given to you. That is you working your magic. So you don't have to call up a Babalao. You don't have to call up a high priestess. You don't have to talk to a prophet or anybody like that. All you have to do is go within you and receive that information. Because they're going to tell you what colors you need. Your divine energy will tell you what colors you need to work with, what candles you need to get, what herbs you need to ingest. It's going to give you all of that information. All you have to do is make yourself an open, willing vessel to connect to the divine energy, because the divine energy is already you. All right? So I'm saying that because I had a conversation earlier this week, and I was talking to someone about how people sell spells. And I'm not into people selling spells at all. I'm not into people selling work. For one, you don't know the energy of that individual, of how they were when they fixed your candle. You don't know the energy of that person when they're doing different divination or work for you. You are the one who needs to do your own work first and foremost. I'm always saying that. However, I do understand people are not at a level of spiritual progression in order to be able to hear and to see. They haven't got to that point, and you may need assistance. I do understand that. However, when you're going into that space and you're asking someone to go into that space or intercede for you, you need to have some type of discernment and not just allow anybody on the internet, anybody who you meet on the street that claims to be spiritual, to do work for you. Because everybody that say they spiritual dealing with some bullshit, and they ain't as spiritual as you may think they are. So that's why it's always best. You'll find out shit about people later. I'll be like, damn, I didn't know that bitch was what? Okay, you could did your own spell. So once you find out, you know, who people really are, you pretty much like, you know, I should have did my own shit. I should have did my own work, my spell. I could have went in peace and quiet and done it on my own and heard. I could have did some psychedelics and got tapped in. I could have went on a fast and rid myself of all them damn chicken wings and bullshit and alcohol and cigarettes I've been smoking to really tap in. Because see, the more toxicity that you load into your system, you are drowning out the divine essence voice. You can't hear it clearly. We already live in a dense 3D reality that makes it even harder to tap in. So you constantly putting in low frequency food, toxins, and all that kind of stuff makes it harder for you to tap into the message and get to the answers and push forward and get to you being the high priestess. Because you are the high priest. You are the high priestess. You are the Babalao. You are all of these people that you are reaching out for. You are them. And so when you step into your own I am, when you take ownership of I am, when you embody I am, that I am God. When you know that shit, and you know the power that just goes in it, and that you hold, then why would you allow someone else to do your magic for you? Practice your own magic. Practice your own magic. Be very, very clear and intentional about practicing your own magic. And it starts here. It starts here. This is the first thing you need to. I'm going to give you some steps to this shit. The first thing you need to do is clean your space. Wherever you live, wherever you lay your head at night, if it's an apartment, it's a one bedroom, it's a studio, if it's a couch, if it's some space on the floor, clean that space. Wherever you live, clean your space up. Okay? 2, you have to have the aromatherapy. You have to have it ingesting the higher frequency foods in order to bring yourself up to a higher vibration and a higher frequency. The aromatherapy, the smells, is going to heighten your senses and your vibration. That's why we do Palo Santo, or, you know, you can also do some sage, you can do some pine, whatever it is that you may burn or you light up or you may diffuse within your home heightens your awareness and your senses. And then what you ingest is also going to help raise up your frequency when you're eating those sunfire foods, because they're high frequency foods. They have photons of light in it. The photons of light is the photon energy that dwells within you. You're actually able to rejuvenate that photonic energy within yourself in order to reach to a higher frequency. So 2, you got to clean up. All right? Do that clean up and be very particular about what you ingest. 3, you're going to have to be in silence. You don't have to pretty much be in meditation if that's not what you do. But you're going to have to be in silence and alone, and you're going to have to separate yourself. Other people's energy and frequency can end up tapping and meshing into yours, and you may not be able to read clearly. So time and space away from people, I don't care if it's children, significant others, parents, spouses, whomever, you got to move and you got to separate yourself. Now, for those of you all who may still live in spaces with people who don't like to smell Palo Santo, they may not like to smell sage and these diffusing essential oils, you have to be strategic. I'm going to go through with you. I may do it this weekend. Don't hold me to it. I don't know, but it's coming soon because it's been on my mind. I'm going to show you how to do your Dollar Tree spiritual box, magic box. And this is your magic box is really all the items that you can do an instant altar. You can create an instant altar or an instant high frequency box of where you can just cleanse your space in your area. I created this box. It just came to me years ago, probably like 2016, 17. And when I used to travel out of the country or anywhere, I brought my box with me. So I'm going to share with you that. And it's only to kind of get you all up to speed on you tapping into your own energy. I ain't selling none of this. I'm not down to get any money from you all, from anything. If you like the video, you like it. If you don't, you don't. This is only for those people and individuals who need to hear this, that need this information, that's trying to reach another level, because I've been there and I understand what it feels like and how it is when you are awakened, when you first awaken to your divinity. You're not all the way in it, but you awaken and you're aware that you are divine in some type of way, and nobody else around you understands, and it may feel like nobody in your area and where you live is on the same shit you own, and you don't know what's going on or what you need to do, and you're just reaching out, you're looking at YouTube, you're looking at Instagram, you're trying to grasp and get information, you're hoping and you're wishing and you're praying and you're hoping and you're wishing and all this kind of stuff. And then, like I said before, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. So if you run across this message, this is for you. I've lived in a space where I lived with my parents. I had to live with my parents and sleep on the couch. And living with my parents and sleeping on the couch, I had to create my own altar in my box, and I had to pull it out when my parents went home and do my ritual, and then put it back in my box and then put it under the couch. All right, so I understand how it is to live and be in spaces where you can only do a limited amount of work, but you still trying to reach that frequency. And the thing about it is, with that intention, when you have that intention and you really are trying to do it, no matter how small it may look, it's grandiose to the divine energy within you, because it knows that you are doing the best that you can do with the time and the space and the resources that you have. So it's going to give abundantly based on the minute that you can do, because your minute is actually grand, because the divine know that's as much as you can do. So practice your magic. Practice your magic. We'll go into, I'm going to give y'all some more Black Fit Witch. We'll go into spiritual baths. We'll go into cleansing your space. We're going into setting up I'm going to talk about again what you need to do to set up before you go on a psychedelic trip. I'm going to talk to you about that. But the biggest thing is those 3 things that I just shared, and tapping into your own energy and practicing your own magic. Don't let people call back your ex. If your ex gonna leave that motherfucker where you at, you don't need him back. Her back, him back, who back, whatever back. You don't need them back. They gone. Don't call them back. Don't call back. For a lack of words, would you call back the devil? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I ain't no devil, but like, would you call back evil fucking energy in your life? Why? That means you are not at your higher self, because you don't see yourself as divine to call back something better and new into your life. You don't need no call back your ex spell. That's some bullshit. And don't fall for these witches or whoever they are. I don't even know who they are. That's even selling some bullshit like that. Call back your ex. That's some low frequency bullshit. Stop it. Practice your own magic. You don't call back nothing that's gone. If it's gone for a reason. And if it's supposed to come back, you ain't got to call it back. The universe will align it to come back to you if you are in alignment with the universal consciousness. That's the only thing you need to focus on. And even doing this spell and this work, practice your own magic, is putting you more in alignment, your universal consciousness. That's all it is. It's putting you in alignment, so you can bring forth those things that are a vibrational match for you. That's the only reason why we do this type of work, is to raise up our frequency, because we know we live in a low dense reality, and we have to constantly do things to raise ourselves up. And we'll get that, that inward drive. It's time to do something to raise that frequency up again. And I'm getting that again, like, it's time to do it again. And then I'll be ride that way for a minute. I don't need to do nothing. Be like, time to do this on the altar, clean this altar, put this on. So I'm going to share with you all some more things, so you all who are new to this can get into your magic, get into practicing your magic, okay? So as always, I leave you in peace and high